What we're going to do today is we're headed to Greenville to the Radiothon event, which is pretty awesome. It's really humbling to be a part of that process because we're going to have the opportunity to, just be a part of something in our own community that's really making a drastic difference and a drastic impact. Not only in children's lives, because it's at the Children's Hospital, which is a special thing, but also to be a part of the family's transition and in and through this tough time. So, we're going just to try and shed a little bit of light and a little bit of love to the families that are going through a tough process. Patty, her daughter, she fell off a horse when she was younger and had
7 or 8.
7, yeah. And so she had a traumatic brain injury, and so that's kind of how, on the personal side, that we as a brand, after hearing Jillian's story, which is Patty's daughter, and hearing how the Children's Hospital system has really helped her and was a crucial part of that process, because I can only imagine as a parent going through something like that and not knowing which way's up.
They're talking about it. They're there right now.
519-5437 and donate to Children's Hospital of Greenville Health System. This is Heidi with Cato for B93.7.
And there you have it. So that's where we're headed.
These pieces will change your life.
I found the Warren Ashtyn collection on YouTube, and I'm so glad that I did.
It's amazing, so natural. Come and get one.
It's a big thing here in the upstate. That
Didn't they say this year they're going to hit 30 million in
yes,
in donations?
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, this will be the year they hit 30 million in donations.
So it's a big deal, but with hearing Jillian's process and as a parent not knowing which way's up, just so worried and focused about your child, to have people that just hold your hand through that process and to be able to give back to our community of parents that are going through the same thing and children that are going through the same thing. It's just a humbling opportunity for us. So we're jacked.
Could you explain how the donations work and the process behind what money is going towards the hospital, and overall, how does the money part, aka donations, work?
Yeah. So from what we understood the donations to be, and one of the things we look for in charities that we're going to work with or partner with in the future, or anytime we're looking to do anything like that, we're looking for ones that are going to make an impact first and foremost in our community, and secondly, ones that we know exactly where the money's going to on the ground level, not a multi-tiered level where the money's spreading out different places. We know right where our funds are going, especially like the Children's Hospital is going to equipment for the children in their rooms. There are certain things that insurance won't pay for instance, and this is
crazy.
Yeah.
Actually.
They don't pay for TVs in the rooms. Like hospitals, they'll cover a hospital bed, IVs, different type of machinery, but they do not cover the things like,
and
just
one of the
TVs.
types of medicine, remember, it wouldn't cover.
Yeah.
And the hospital does not shoo anyone away. Like, they help every person that comes to the hospital. So if they're not, if they're unable to pay for the services basically that they're getting at the hospital, this money goes towards that as well. They have to, they have to be able to find the money from somewhere, but they don't ever deny a child care, which is really important.
Yeah.
And remember the monitors for the nursery? Yeah,
so for the preemie babies, the different monitors, some monitors, like, the parents can't always be in there with this child all the time. There's certain quiet hours and things like that for that baby to be able to recoup, and after going through such a traumatic event like that, on that little body, that's really tough. So we got to go in there and see that process, that our donations would go to that specific equipment that's going to give that mom and that first time mom, or whatever it is, maybe not first time, but just going through this process with their child, a monitor at home, to where since they can't be with the baby, they can still watch the baby live all day long. You know, those are the things that insurance can't touch because it's not an actual process that needs for the health of the child or the baby, but it's something that for a comfortability level, that's also a part of health. And you know, I don't think it's sad that insurance companies can't think that way.
Or like pull out couches in the
so
room
they can stay.
where the children are staying so that their parents can stay overnight with them.
You know, just putting that touch of normalcy back into their life. You know, to have a kid in a hospital room hooked up to all this stuff and not have a TV for them to just kind of escape, that's kind of sad that insurance companies can't see the benefit of that.
Yeah, a kid can't just sit in a room attached to all these monitors for hours at a time without having something to somewhat entertain them.
Yes.
You know?
So to have that as where our donations go to, it's not so much, you know, medicine and things like that. It's really just giving back to putting a smile on that kid's face, you know, helping those parents cope in that moment of not being able to spend time with their newborn baby child, but being able to see it live and be there as much as they need to. So we're just kind of giving back to the love and compassion and, you know, to the comfortability factor. So.
You know, and when we went to the Children's Hospital and did a tour there.
Is this lemon water?
Yes.
My girl.
When we went, you know, and did the tour, all you can really think about is, you know, I really hope someone would be trying to do this for me if I had a child here and I could not help to pay for their care. You know, I mean, I think that's really important for everybody to put themselves in that situation and think, you know, what would I really want from others if I were in this circumstance? And, you know, no one that's there expects to be there. Everyone thinks it's going to be someone else, you know, and I think people need to realize it, you know, there's always someone that you know or someone that you know that has to experience something like this, and you would just only hope that people would have enough compassion, you know, in their life to want to give back to you. So that's really important to me. You never know what the future holds, you know, something like that could even happen to us or to you or someone that you know, and you know, you always want to give back so that, you know, you hope that one day someone else would do that for you. So
how did the Lauren Ashtyn Collection become involved in all of this? Radiothon and Children's Hospital.
Okay. Gosh, well,
it's really through Patty.
Yeah, it's really through Patty, and that's one of the many reasons why we hired Patty.
Yeah.
You know, Patty is a brand manager and director. You know, she handles all things in the office with the development of the team and helping us implement and provide structure and systems to the everyday grind and process of the company and the development. So that's our focus now that we've been able to hire. Patty is really developing and, you know, scaling the brand, but to be able to do that, there's systems that need to be put in place. So we hired Patty to be able to help us implement those daily, but also to come in and help us do outreach in other areas, because when you're running your business and there's all these things being thrown at you, and today it makes it really tough to be able to develop a startup and do what we're doing. And so to be able to have Patty come in and be able to help us focus on an outreach program and how to be more strategic and more involved in our community and in things like, you know, the Children's Hospital in Greenville and Radiothon. You know, she has a lot of connections to that world too, as far as the marketing side with radio, TV ads, and things like that. So this kind of just played into her world. So it was really mostly her involvement, but you know, it was a design plan to have her come in and help us kind of find those outlets and where our money and time are best spent.
I have to put it on cruise or I'll go really fast because I'm anxious. You know.
Would you mind talking about the Radiothon commercial and share the experience, but also the process behind it? For example, where did y'all go? Did y'all meet anyone that's well known on the radio?
All right.
Or the shot in Greenville, etc.?
All right. Yeah. So the process was quite interesting. So, and let me give you a quick rundown of how Lauren Ashtyn works. Okay.
Oh God.
So she loves to give back. That is her heart and soul. She loves being a part of things like this. so many people see her on social media and see her just like if you follow her or if you are friends with her in a previous lifetime or wherever, okay, she will show up on your daily feed some which way or another. Like it'll just happen.
That's because the algorithm's creepy.
Right. Yeah. And she's very talented at social media and she loves it. And she's got a great story and got great quality content that people need to see. So people expect a certain thing out of her, a certain sauce, basically. And she has it. The problem is she stresses out when it comes to, being on the radio, being on live TV, going and seeing a crowd of people that have, her followers have come out to meet her or whatever it may be.
Unless it's in my booth.
Yeah, unless it's in her booth, because that's where she developed everything. That is her world. Once you step into that booth, it's like stepping onto a football field with Brett Favre. I mean, the talent's obviously, and the industry is very different, but you see that just honest knack for what she's doing, and she's zoned in. But anything like this really isn't like her
Not
world.
my thing. Not
So
my thing.
she has high anxiety about it, but she loves to do it. She just doesn't like to be live. She doesn't like,
I like to be there, but someone else to be the one talking.
So a lot of people just don't understand, that she's on social media all day, every day, but that's her world. That's like going into her booth. That's where she's zoned in.
What's really funny is actually when, what was that channel that came? Oh, AMC Network came and filmed me in New Orleans to put me on one of their morning shows. They came out, set it up in the booth. I did not think one thing about doing that because I was in my booth and I actually was very sick and had like 102 fever that day and everything.
That's right.
And I didn't think anything about it because it was in my element, it's just it's the lack of control. It's the lack of being able to control the environment that I'm in. I don't know. I just don't I just know how sneaky that the press is a lot of times. And,
Ouch.
well, sorry, it is
true.
what it is. I'm
It's
just
true.
being honest. And they can spin anything that you say to make it sound like you said something that you did not say. If I am on social media and I'm talking to people, I have a chance to be able to, if I say something and then I thought, oh, that could have been misconstrued, I can explain myself. I can't do that if someone is live asking me questions and they're controlling the entire environment of what I'm talking about and what I'm saying and what I'm doing.
Right.
And I think that gives me really bad anxiety. I mean, you see stuff every single day, and I'm not going to name any circumstances because I don't want people to think I'm on one side or the other, but you've seen a lot of people that have had a great career in things and say one thing that they did not even mean that way, and they're done. And, I just don't want to be another one of those stories, honestly.
And so she just,
I have the purest intentions. And
she
that's all I
likes
can do.
she likes to know what's going on at all times. She likes to know. She's very much a control freak, so she likes to
100,000,000%.
She likes to know the process. So, we were leaving that day. We went to Greenville. We went to the B93.7 studio, and sat down with the radio host. And we really enjoyed it. It was just kind of funny because at first we were a little bit nervous about it, but
Can you tell Bailey what happens whenever we when we're on our way somewhere? I've already told Bailey this, so it'll be really funny for
let
you
me
to
tell
say
you.
the exact
Yeah, I
same
know.
thing.
I got it.
Tell him,
I know what you're trying to say.
I'm so nervous I can't get mine mints. Give me one more.
Unbelievable. Here.
Okay, tell him
So,
what
like I
happens
said,
on the way there, and then tell him what happens once we're actually there.
Everybody thinks
Here's to you guys. Here's an Altoid.
Everybody thinks that she loves attention, but it's absolutely the opposite. She absolutely hates it. So we're going to Radiothon for the, we're going to the radio
interviews.
Yeah, for the interviews in the studio, and the whole time she is stressing out and she's freaking out. She's
Yelling at you.
yelling at me, and I'm like, look, just calm down because I'm used to this by now. I'm used to the fact of I know when this is happening. Like last night, she can't sleep. The night before the radio event, she couldn't sleep. I'm used to the process of just getting her comfortable with how the process needs to go, what all she needs to get her there, and in a sound mental state.
I like to just stay in my nest, and Christopher pushes me out and is like, "Fly, little bird."
So
Like, no.
you know, it was a stressful ride there. But once we got into the studio, you know, the Lauren Ashtyn
But tell him
comes
what
out.
happens while we're driving to anything that we're about to do like this.
What do you mean?
Like, because we're filming, I'm not doing it. But usually, what do I do to you the whole time that we're on our way
Cry?
there? No, because my makeup would get messed up.
Yeah.
No, but what do I try to convince you of every time?
Oh, she tries to convince me to take over the whole interview.
Yeah.
The whole time she's like, well, what if they ask this, or what if they do that, or you know, well, here's what we should do. Let's just talk about the questions or whatever. And so I always have the questions already mapped out. We talk about how we're gonna, you know, what she needs to talk about, and then what I need to talk about, right? And the whole time she's like, no, listen, you've got to start it out. You know, just kind of give me a softball pitch to every question. You answer the question, and then kind of just like softball, you know.
And I'll ad lib at the end.
Yeah, and just lay it up for her to like dunk it. I don't know, and so that's the plan. Now, every time we get somewhere, just like
What
we got to the
actually
studio, just like we got to the studio after this whole stressed out ride and after this plan we all put together, the red light comes on because we're live.
No, it's green.
Or green. You know, well, at News Channel 7 that day, we were on live TV. It was red, thank you.
It was supposed to be green.
So when the light comes on, and you know, there's a difference between Ashtyn in the car and stressed, and you know, because she just wants to do a great job. She don't want to let anybody down, and you know, and she's worked so hard, so it means a lot to her. So she puts a lot of pressure on herself. But once that light comes on, then Lauren Ashtyn comes out, and the plan is just gone now. You know, she's taken over the whole interview. She's doing a fantastic job.
And he looks like that he's just there as a prop
And
because
then I look
he never gets to
confused.
say anything.
And then I look confused because we had
You're
this
like,
whole plan.
you're not going with the plan.
We had this whole plan, and this has happened to me literally
Every
like
time. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every
And
time.
it's kind of,
Remember
it sucks,
the live WSPA thing?
Yeah. And I was supposed to talk the majority of the time because she was freaking out because she was going to be live talking and on live TV.
And I'm like, shut up, let me take my hair off.
Yeah. As soon as the light comes on, she turns it on. She took over the whole thing. I didn't say one word to the very end until Jack Roper looked at me and he said, so, Mr. Guest, what do you think about the whole...
Do I need to go that way?
No, you got 8 miles.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Jack Roper said, so, Mr. Guest, you know, how do you... you know, what's your involvement, and you know, what do you think about you know, the brand and its direction and all this? Well, she starts answering that question, you know? and then he just kind of looked back at me, and I was just like, yeah, it's awesome.
And that was all he said the whole time was it's awesome.
Because I mean,
I hate
she
myself.
took over, man, and it's the funniest thing because she always leaves me out to dry.
And then as soon as we walk off, I'll be like, I'm so sorry. My body just starts like taking over everything.
You know, and I've always said it, like, she might get stressed out and
Because
everything.
I never want you to answer something though either, and then you to be like, oh my gosh, she's gonna blame me that I said something wrong.
See?
You know?
See, y'all just got to see a real glimpse of who she is. Like, she just works really hard. She cares a lot about me, about her team, about her followers, about her brand, you know, and so she just cares so much that she wants all the control, but she wants to give it up because it stresses her out as an overload. But then, you know, she's ultra talented at what she does, so when it comes down to it,
Oh, thanks, babe.
you know, she does really well. That's why I've always said it won't surprise me when HSN or QVC try and come take her away. We out here!
That's right. Look at us. It's only the beginning.
Oh, look at us, man.
Look at
The
us.
Rock.
I'm telling you.
We got a long way to go,
What's
but
wrong?
we've come a lot further. I'll tell you that. Radiothon. Let's see where Patty's at.
So, question.
Pretty cool stuff.
Are you nervous? Not really.
Am I nervous? No. No, I don't. It's not that I get nervous. I just get pumped. I just get excited.
I love it. I mean,
You know? Yeah. I get really excited, and sometimes that comes across. But
I got you. Just for me to step on.
No,
It
yeah.
feels like you're so excited.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look how nervous she is. Sure. The Lauren Ashtyn Collection hair extension brand. Congratulations, you're here.
Come on and see us, call us, make, you know, know, we'll
I got
schedule an
20
appointment
minutes.
and
20 minutes.
I can hear her better through
With
that
this?
than I can in person.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll try and like stand around whoever, but.
It's all good.
guys,
Well, hello. Hello. How are you?
good.
Is it going well?
It's going
Looks
all
good.
right. We're,
Looks good.
you know,
Yeah.
working it out.
We're working it out. Uh-oh.
No, I'm just like bothering people.
There you go.
Working it out one
That's
out,
that's how it's
finding
supposed to be.
stuff out.
That's how it's supposed to be.
We got to
I'll let you
Well,
down. No,
tomorrow-
you probably
tomorrow-
did.
tomorrow.
You probably
My
did. I was
week
just.
has been a brain fart. I've been spinning it my whole week. I
Yeah.
had an email saying I needed to bring a table. Did I bring a table? No, I forgot to bring a table. Luckily, they were very nice to me. And
Luckily, they were nice
Is,
to me.
is any of the other group coming here in a bit? Ashley is, right?
Ashley's coming. Yeah, she's coming in this afternoon.
Is there a hair hunk shirt she can bring me?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch in the car.
She was supposed to leave in 15 minutes. I'll call Ashley.
Cool.
She said, call me if you forget anything, so that's perfect.
Hair hunk. I'm gonna need that. Because this is who I am and what I am.
Emotions right now? How you feeling? Besides pump? Anything else?
Besides pump,
Extra pump?
I feel a little out of place at this point. Not really out of place, but more so.
Then bring some of the winter ones too.
I feel like I need to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always trying to figure out, do I need to be networking? Do I need to be meeting with, I need to be meeting, doing, talking, building, working, something. So whenever I'm doing something like this, I'm like, okay, what do I do with my hands? I don't know. So especially when it's your first time at an event like this, like we go to a trade show, we're experts. We know what we're doing. First time like this, it's just kind of like, all right, I know there's something I need to be doing, but what is it? She's got hers on, and hers is 2.5 years old, and she's colored it 4 times. So, yeah.
Mine's brand new, but my dog ate mine, and it still looks good.
It did. I have the photos to
Yeah.
prove it, actually.
Yeah.
It was at one point in a matted up mess.
So it's just so in a world where extensions kind of get a bad rap, whether it be in synthetic or bead in, tape in. Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah, you have a halo. Yeah, the synthetic stuff.
But you brush it, it comes down.
Yeah, it sheds all the time, and that's the difference between us and Halo. Our hair quality's obviously human, but it's higher grade, and then ours handmade. And Halo's not going to damage your hair, neither will ours. But if you have tape ins or bead ins, anything like that, it'll damage it. So we're a damage-free company. So.
Does it break?
No, it's not going to break off unless you're holding the heat on too long, just like your own hair. So because of the grade of human hair we use, like Lauren, she's colored it 3 or 4 times and uses hot tools on it every day. So as long as you can take care of your own hair, you'll be able to take care of this. Yep. Yeah. Cool. No problem.
Tune in.
Great.
Absolutely.
To Lauren
That's
Ashtyn.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jacked.
So
We're excited.
We're excited for you. It's really, this is nice, and this is just starting too.
Oh,
As
yeah.
the day and the night progress and it moves on and on.
Yeah.
I mean, we're surpassing $3 million during this
Yeah.
radio.
I know. I'm so
That's
excited
huge.
about that.
That's huge.
enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for a
That's a
2-day
huge
event, if you
milestone.
think about it, we put a total of only maybe 20, well, it's like 40 something hours, I
Yeah.
think, over 11 years.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
raise over $3 million.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing.
Nuts.
That's
And
awesome.
the calls is so great. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it really is.
Yeah.
It's really good. We have, hey guy.
This is our content creator.
I can't see out of my right eye, so it took me a second before I noticed.
Yeah, this is Bailey. He'll sneak up on
Yeah,
you sometimes,
he
but
will.
he's our
He will.
content creator, so he'll have this on YouTube and Instagram and all that
He
kind of stuff.
knows the rules.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you say something
Yeah.
that shouldn't be, he knows to take that out. So don't worry.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
knows
He knows
who to film,
better.
not who to
Not
Yes,
to
that's
film.
right.
Gang symbols. All right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Only
You get
the
it too.
bloopers.
You get it too. Yeah. Yeah.
There is a
You'll be in
selfie
the Christmas
station.
video.
Yeah.
That's fine. That'd be awesome. There's a selfie booth that has
Okay.
the Radiothon logos.
Okay.
The green screen, but on the actual photo, it has your logo on that.
Cool.
Wow.
Where is that?
It's right at the front.
Right at
It
the
was the
front.
green screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched it.
So it's a Radiothon theme, but
Okay.
it has your logo slapped all over it. So every picture that's taken has it on there.
Sure.
The shirts. I'm going to try and hunt you guys down some shirts. What
Okay.
sizes?
Large.
Whatever
remember?
the smallest.
Okay, large and,
Yeah.
large and smallest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And you already
I
have
got
your
one,
shirt.
and Emily got one earlier when we
Okay,
came in this
and
morning.
that's got your logo on the back of it. It's had a ton of promotional announcements, and we actually decided, I told Patty this, we started to air 3 days extra.
extra.
Oh,
Beautiful.
awesome. Thank you.
So we started
appreciate
3
that.
days earlier than normal on the promos.
Okay.
Awesome.
So that
Very cool.
I haven't gotten to hear it on like the live, like on the
I've
radio.
heard
Yeah.
it a couple times on the way.
Well, we
home.
caught the end of it twice, but we just
Yeah.
caught the end of it. We were
Yeah.
like, dang it, you know. But,
It's really good. And when I was
Yeah.
trying to write your other commercial for Boston and
Yes.
DC,
yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to piece together everything.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I was like, man, there's just so much stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
So-
it's
Because
hard
it's a
to.
visual product, it's kind of hard to be able
It
to
is.
portray that through
It
radio.
is.
But y'all did a
Patty
great job.
directing the bullet
Yeah,
points.
she's good. She is.
She really gave me a good guidance as
Yeah.
to what had to be mentioned.
Yes.
Absolutely, it's
Yeah.
just a matter of me puzzling
Putting
it
it
together,
together.
Good.
and just making it sound right. So I'm
Okay.
glad you like it.
Yeah.
The DC commercial, I was telling Patty, will be out today or tomorrow.
Yay!
And then that hits next week.
Awesome.
So for your DC show, and
big.
I think
you
we're
guys
gonna have a lot of
yeah.
people.
Well,
I really
if
do.
you
I'm
guys
so
have the
excited.
analytics to Eventbrite or to your site,
Yeah.
try and just keep an eye on that on
Yes.
the side and just
Yeah.
see if
I
you
have
see
to
some
Yeah, we
spikes.
look at it
Yeah.
every day. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look, see if it spikes, because if it does, that's really
huge.
good. That's
Yeah.
proof in the pudding.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we need to show.
Yeah.
And that way we can just keep it going and get you guys up to whatever
yeah.
level you want to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it goes well, we'll do it for every event that we have. Really.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't we?
Music to Patty's ears.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That'd
right.
be awesome. And stuff like that is very easy for us to put together.
Okay.
It takes some days to do it because there's so many markets involved.
Yeah.
Right.
But they all come together on the same day, the same page, off the same evening.
Right.
So they're all working at the same exact time for you.
Okay.
So it's really a lot of effort that goes in. So we're gonna have a great time.
Well, it's quality work, man. Y'all did a great job, so
Yeah.
we really
Anything
appreciate
you
it.
guys ever need,
Yeah.
don't ever hesitate to ask.
Okay.
And I was telling Patty, I'm here all day today and tomorrow just to do whatever you guys need me to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you want me to hand out brochures, cards, stuff like that. I'm serious.
He's going to regret offering
Yeah.
this. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I'll totally do that. I'll walk around with some cards and I'll hand out whatever you want me to hand out. So there's a lot of people that we know that I can even introduce you to through the
Oh,
course
yeah,
of
we
this
would
event.
love that.
Get you guys in the know with some other business owners.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, networking's huge for us, and especially people that have like-minded dreams and goals.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're here, so they have like-minded goals.
Absolutely.
So that's the kind of people we want to be, in contact with.
Yeah.
So
I'm pumped.
appreciate
I'm so
it.
excited.
Yeah. No,
I'm
we're
so glad
jacked
you
too.
guys made it
We're
out.
jacked.
Yeah, we're excited to
Devin
be here.
is running around like a mad woman right now. You'll see her. She'll have a binder in her hand with these long sheets of paper sticking out. She's like, she is coordinating all of the power hours.
Right.
It looks like she's crazy, but she's got it all in line.
She's organized. Yeah, she's got it figured out. I like it.
She'll even find myself, or just come straight to your booth
Okay.
and tell you when it's time to go up there.
Okay.
So I will coordinate that with her, and we'll just keep on rocking and rolling. And you
All right.
guys have like the most power hours out of anywhere.
Sweet.
So you guys got
You're the man. Yeah. I'm down with that.
Thank you. We
I'm down
appreciate
with
that so much.
Can't be mad at you
We'll
for
take what
that
we
one.
can get.
I did a
That's
lot
right.
of arm twisting.
You're right.
It's all right. So
Yeah.
I do it now and just ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can
There
do.
you go.
That's Patty.
That's my personal.
That's okay. Christopher's the one that started that, so you're
Yeah,
allowed
it started
to do
with
that.
me.
That's my family
It's a trickle
trust.
down effect. Yeah.
I know just where the line is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit go over it and it'll be okay. Just a little bit.
Just a big toe.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, hey, listen, if you guys ever want to take a breather or a break and
Yeah.
just kind of get away from the madness,
Okay.
Yeah.
behind the Magic 98.9
Yes.
banner are 4 glass doors. There's a break
Okay.
room in there.
Okay.
That's for all of us. So
Okay.
you guys are more than
Great.
welcome to just go hang out, relax, take the load off. I think they're going to be bringing some food and refilling the coffee all night.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we'll need that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I saw Starbucks too. So.
Yeah,
Starbucks
to the
down
back
there.
left is
Let's
your
go.
Starbucks.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have
Making
Subway
it
in
down
there if
there.
that's the kind of
Yeah.
stuff you want to go after. I mean, it's like a mall courtyard kind of
Right.
once you go past there.
It's so nice in here.
Yeah, it is.
really is.
It's really nice. I had 2 of my 3 kids here in this hospital,
Yeah.
so I know like every part of that stuff,
Yeah.
almost in every corner.
Very
Down
good.
on that chair for my second kid.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember it.
You can remember
I
it all.
see it all happening.
Yeah. That's
But-
cool
Brings
though.
back
That's
memories.
cool though.
Yeah, it's great. But then it's really cool, guys. Be sure try and stick around for when they bring a bunch of the kids down.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
yeah,
yeah.
we want to see
It's
that.
really
Yeah.
cool.